The Tampa Bay Lightning have not lost a game since December 20th. Today is January 12th. Hello everyone and welcome back to Tampa Bay Sports Daily. The Lightning have won 10, count it 10 straight games, and they're starting this winning streak on December 20th and now the 10th win on January 12th. Lot of breaks in there. They had obviously Christmas break in that mix, and then that weird week off they had last week, which really kind of screwed up my videos for this. But welcome back to Bolts Breakdown. Lightning win 5-1 in what was kind of a back-to-back against Philadelphia, kind of not. They played Philly Saturday, won 7-2, and they played Philly tonight and won 5-1. They're in Pittsburgh tomorrow. We'll talk about that game a little bit tonight and tomorrow after we see how the boys do. But jumping right in, the Lightning got off to a great start, and this one scoring a minute in. That was Pontus Holmberg, who was named to his Olympic team, which is just great for him. 11 Lightning players were named, but I'll get into that later as well on our Friday video, our first episode of the Bay, which is, I will not break that down right now. But focusing on this win over the Flyers, Lightning get off the gates early, and that was it for the Lightning in the first period. Really good pressure both ways. Lightning had some chances to score, but so did the Flyers, and it was a really even first period, I would say. Both teams got some really, really good chances, but neither team could really get that bang, get that puck to go in. In the second period, again, Lightning score early. This is Jake Gensel on a shot from Chernak from the point, tips in 30 seconds in, or about 30 seconds into period number 2. Lightning have a 2-0 lead. And then about 5 minutes later, on the power play, Braden Point backhelms one in, and I'll get to what else happened on this play later on as I try to break down what happened to Point there. But Point goes down with an injury after scoring the goal, and we'll get more into that later. On a 4-on-4, Flyers get a 2-on-1 in the second period, pretty much right after the Lightning scored. And they get a 2-on-1 and gets past Johansson. I didn't think this was Johansson's fault at all. I felt he was correct trying to play the pass and get across, but he just predicted wrong, which happens sometimes. But late in the second period, Brandon Hagel gets a goal, and it's 4-1, and I felt pretty confident with the Lightning. They don't blow leads very often. And in the third period, only goal in the third was an empty netter from Nikita Kucherov, extending his goal streak and point streak. And it was just a great win for the Lightning, and it was another dominant win for Tampa Bay. They've just been dogging teams or fighting teams, and just it's impressive to see how they've gotten wins on this 10-game winning streak, and we'll see if they can keep it going on this road trip they have as they head into Pittsburgh tomorrow. But getting into players that are doing really well right now, Darren Radish, I mentioned in my last video, he keeps doing really well. Braden Point before he got injured, we'll get to that in a second. Nikita Kucherov, obviously back-to-back players of the week, and now another great game. He had a 4-point night a couple nights ago. Eric Chernak's been getting in. Gage Gonzalez again. He had a 2-goal game Saturday. You're getting good goaltending from Vasilevsky and Johansson, and everything's coming together at the right time, that middle part of the season when you want to get hot. And John Cooper, I think, said it perfectly. If you want to win the Stanley Cup and be a playoff team, you've got to have these hot streaks. And a 10-game winning streak is exactly that, to get 14 games over 500. Yes, before the Lightning started this winning streak, they were only 4 games above 500. Now they're 14. That is incredible. I think they're tied for the best record in the East. Avalanche have the best record overall, and they just beat the Avalanche. So who knows? And both games against the Avalanche were really close. So you know these two teams can fight, and it would be a great Stanley Cup final. Wink, wink. Might be my Stanley Cup prediction. But getting to Breakdonw Point, this did not look good at all. So after he scored the goal, a Flyers player fell on his leg, and it twisted awkwardly, and he could not put any pressure on it coming off the ice. And Breakdonw Point is one of my favorite players. I love him. I think his playmaking ability is incredible. His speed's incredible, and he's going to be a big blow to Lightning because he's going to be out for a while if we're being realistic. I know John Cooper didn't want to say that because he didn't know the full extent of the injury, and obviously he'll be out tomorrow against Pittsburgh, but this injury did not look good. His leg, he could not put any pressure on it, and we hope Breakdonw has a healthy recovery because he is on Team Canada along with Anthony Cirelli and Brandon Hagel, and it just adds to the list of players who are banged up right now. I mean, you're missing Ryan McDonough, you're missing Victor Hedman, and now Breakdonw Point gets added to that list. If the Lightning keep winning, it is because of talent, because they're missing some key players right now, and yet they are on a 10-game winning streak. And it's just impressive. It shows the grit this team has. It shows the no-quit this team has, that they can put players out there that they know they can trust and keep on winning for Tampa Bay. So a 10-game win streak for the Lightning. They top the Flyers in this kind of double game, 7-2 Saturday and 5-1 tonight. Of course, Breakdonw Point goes down with the injury, but Nikita Kucherov and the Lightning prevail with another dominant win on the road. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really helps. I have a couple more videos coming out this week. Probably my Buccaneers off-season predictions, as I said. Everything settled down, the firings goes through and stuff, and then we'll obviously have our first episode of The Bay, and I'll have a short video breaking that down, what that show is going to be in a little bit, but that will be our weekly show. That would be one episode, one thing that would be guaranteed to come out every Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern time, so be on air for those. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, as we have multiple things to look forward to on the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.